Hey guys, welcome back to Raise Create Cards. Welcome to Raise Create Cards. If you've never been here before, everyone here is welcome. It's been a hectic week and it's really been a hectic last 2 days. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to shortchange you a little bit on tonight's video. I've already pre-cut everything, pre-scored everything, but this is going to be a really quick, really easy card. It's going to be another way that you can use up some of that scrap DSP, and we all have it all the time, right? And especially right now as we are losing all of the beautiful DSP that is in our current annual catalog. Come May the 2nd, it'll all be gone, but we do have new beautiful papers coming in, so no worries there. However, I did want to take advantage of this time while the current catalog is still active to kind of help you use up some of those scraps that you've got and make it easy, make it mass producible, and to use, maybe a couple of stamp sets that are not going to carry it. Well, one of them is, one of them isn't, okay? So I have got the dimensions for your card base, where to score it at, your DSP. You'll need 3 pieces, 1 piece of a different pattern from the same pack. Card 2 is going to be a landscape, but we're going to follow the exact same measurements that we have right here, okay? Not hard, guys, not hard at all. So I have been busy. If you got a screenshot, let me get my hands out of the way. I've been so busy getting geared up for the card class tomorrow. My card class tomorrow is not one that's open to the public. It is for the card ministry at church. And we are going to explore the world of ink blending. I've probably got a good 23 different ink pads loaded up. I have all kinds of brushes and different sizes, and I have stencils and just shimmer mist. Remember when we carried shimmer mist? Guys, I bought some of that up back in the day when it went on clearance, and I've still got frost white and champagne mist, and heck yeah, I use it. Maybe not on camera, but yes, I still use it. And those products are available out there on the market. Anyone can buy them. If you have ran out, they are still available. All right, guys, so here is my sample card, okay? I did this probably a month ago. And I just wrote some notes on the inside. This was just a template for my stash, so I could go back and recreate this if I needed to, okay? And appearances can be deceiving, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So, I did get my order yesterday, my pre-order. Not going to bore you with any of it, honey. There's so many demonstrators out there that have been unboxing their pre-orders, and they've shown you the new colors and all the returning colors and the ribbons and the bling and the paper and some of the DSP and the sweets that we were allowed to pre-order. So we're not even going to go there, okay? I'm going to wait until it gets a little bit closer when I know people have probably already got their catalogs in their hands. And then, because, the videos that are coming out now, they're amazing. They are truly. But, they're going to go by the wayside when you're able to order your own products. And, yeah, so let's try to keep it new and relevant for you. So anyway, regular card base 8.5 by 5.5 and the traditional 4 1/4 score. And I kind of messed up because I didn't score mine in the same direction, so I've actually got the wrong side coming out on this side, but that's okay. Now, you're also going to score it at 1 1/4, and this one is just going to fold back. Just going to fold it back on that score line, burnish it the very best you can, because we're going to glue that flap down. Now, I've seen designs, and you have 2 where they cut off maybe 1 inch, and then you had a strip of DSP right here. Well, this is just a tiny bit different, but it adds so much to the feel of the card just by not cutting it off, doing that score, folding that back, and we're going to glue this down ever so quickly. Guys, I'm a little shaky. I haven't ate yet today, and it is 7:01 p.m. here in East Tennessee. I am in Morristown, Tennessee. Give me a shout out. Let me know where you're from in the comments below. I said that last week, and I actually had somebody give me a shout out, and I was just so excited. It was like, "Aw, that's awesome. Thank you." All right, so we've got that. Now, I don't have this scored quite as hard as I want that scored. There we go. I just didn't want it flapping in the breeze. Okay, so I have still got not a whole lot, but I do have some of that Dainty Designs DSP that we all fell in love with in the Celebration catalog. And I'm just going to pick up my pieces and bring them into focus here. Now, on the inside, I did cut a piece that was a little bit too big, and I'm going to have to trim it down. I've been working hard and heavy for 2 days to try to get ready for this card class. I've been trying to digest my pre-order. I've been trying to get out there and tend to all my little seedlings and things. And yeah, it's been a minute, I'm telling you. Now, these pieces here were extras that I cut. Let me see. I think those are the ones I had for my card. All right. So let me place this in here, because now what I overlooked was, what size does your inside layer need to be? Let me get my little handy dandy older than the hills ruler and measure this. So probably 2 3/4 inch, and I'm gonna slice mine very quickly off camera. Let me see here. If I take that much. Okay, I'm over here having to do math off the top of my head real quick. But I just haven't been able to eat today so far. So 2 3/4 is what I said. Ooh, I'm going to take a slice, aren't I? Okay, hang on. I need to take a little bit off of that one side where I was cutting to at least sort of kind of make it centered. And I'm going to lose some of my little flowers that I stamped down in the bottom. But that's okay. That's all right. I kind of figured something was going to jump up and get me, right? Okay, so here we go. And I did. I cut it so down my sentiments off a little bit. But I didn't want to lose all my flowers, so don't do like I did. So it's 2 3/4. And that will work just fine. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue it in here. This will probably go into my templates. And while I'm thinking about it, I'll grab an ink pen and I'll write it down on there so you can take another screenshot. Oh, forgive me. My blood sugar is really dropping. I think early today, I grabbed like a little tiny piece of chocolate. That was it. That was all I ate, just that little tiny piece. And I was too busy. I was too busy to eat, guys. All right, this piece of DSP here, where I said to cut 2 pieces, 1 1/8 by 5 3/8. And so this is one of those. And we'll get that glued down. I'm covering up my glue here. Yeah. And we're going to do this in 2 orientations. We're going to do the landscape and the portrait. And hopefully you guys can use this to help you use up some of your scraps. I am not a fan of taking the time to lay a lot of strips down on my, and I didn't cut this one quite, because I just cut it 4 by 5 1/4. That's what I'm used to cutting on the inside of the card. So overlook the fact that this is not, let me get it up here where you can see it, this is not quite as long as what it should be, but that's all right. We're going to power through, onward and upward, right? Now, this piece here is going to be 1 5/8 by 5 3/8, and we're going to lay that over there in this area. But yeah, and you know, cutting all those little strips and then trying to get them lined up, to me, that's not, I mean, I guess it could be therapeutic. I'm sure it could be if you have the time. Guys, I don't have time to do all that mess. And I'm betting a lot of you don't either. All right, we're going to get that in. Now, if you don't want the real skinny borders, mine do have skinny borders. I'm telling you that right now. I'm going to lift that up. Hopefully, maybe you can see I do have skinny borders. You don't have to. You can cut yours down a little bit more if you want to do that, and that's fine. And then, this is just the back side of what I'm already putting down, because I wanted to kind of break that pattern up a little bit. Now, if you have a big enough scrap, you absolutely could just cut one piece and then slice it to fit, and you would have a continuous seam going across your card, and that would be really cute too. But when you're dealing with scraps, we don't always have those bigger pieces. Maybe back when the pack was new and we first started using it. And where did I put my sentiment? I had that prepped and ready. Oh heavens, I've lost it. No, I haven't. Here it is. Haha. All right, so this comes from Inspired Thoughts, and we're going to lose it, guys. And this is such a classic. No, it is not leaving my collection. It absolutely is not. Sheltering you with love at a time when words fall short. That doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a sympathy card, but I did make both of mine a sympathy card, okay? Now, to cut out that sentiment, it came from the Stylish Shape dies. And I used the biggest banner to cut that out. And I didn't bother doing any ink blending or anything around it. I thought, man, you know, we're trying to use up scraps, then it's okay. Wherever you want to put it is up to you. Just remember to put glue. I have got a humongous glue booger. I have to get that off there. It's bugging me. Just remember to only put glue on the part that is going to come across the front. This right here. You don't want to glue your card shut. And have I ever done that? Maybe. I don't know. All right, so there is card number 1. I'm going to put that to the side for the moment. And we're going to go with the other card. Let me get all my bits and pieces out of the way. And now we're going to do this one, landscape. But again, 8.5 by 5.5. Score it 4 1/4 and 1 1/4. And so I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half and burnish that really well. Yep, my current card class to go is still good until next Saturday. Next Saturday, we'll be back with another fun adventure in card making. And hopefully I can come up with ideas that you will enjoy. I mean, that's always my goal. It's, yeah. Can you tell my blood sugar has dropped? Oh, I have dealt with that all my life. And I'm really thinking it's because I had that little piece of chocolate. I ate that sugar, and that's why my sugar is dropping. Yeah, bad girl. And then I did grab a slice of lunch meat real quick out of the fridge at about, I think it was about 1 o'clock. My husband hadn't come home from work yet. And I'm thinking that was about the time frame. Okay, we are flipping that down. I've already got something on there. I swear. I've been cleaning and toting and organizing and getting all my stuff packed up. We have like a 30% chance of rain tonight, so my car is already loaded up because it's 7 o'clock in the evening. It's not really hot out there. I don't have a lot of heat in my car. But yeah, 23 ink pads, all the refills, all the brushes, stencils, project sheets, giving them hints and tricks on how to do ink blending. So yeah. All right, now I'm going to have the same issue with this one, I'm sure. So once again, I put heartfelt sympathy out of that inspired thoughts, and I stamped those little flowers. I am going to have to cut that down a titch. It's not going to look as funny on this one because it's going landscape instead of portrait. I can get by with a little bit more than I could before. So let me see what I got here. It's just going to look like I stamped that real close up there. And yeah, oh, that seems awfully wide, but they're the same. Okay. I'm going to take just a hair more off of my flowers. Yeah, it's going to start looking kind of funny. But you know, I often stamp off and don't get the whole image on there. So that may not look too funny. Let's see. Am I going to have room for this? Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slide it up underneath. However, that's a little longer. That's all right. I'm going to go ahead and put this piece down. We're going to slap this piece on top of it, and we're going to call it good. Oh, I hope everybody has just been having an exceptional week. I've been watching the turkeys. I've been watching the deer. I've been watching the carpenter bees. Just seeing everything spring forth, and it's just amazing. So I don't mind the rain. Kind of helps me out with my watering outside. Oh my heavens, sometimes our watering chores can really take a hot minute. Now this is not going to look right, and this is not how your card should look. This should be, again, about 3, let's see, a little less than 3. So about 2 3/4 would be about right. 2 3/4. And I'm going to lose my flowers, but that's okay. So I actually cut this width at 2 3/4, and it's at 5 1/4 instead of the length. But this part's going to be hidden. You know, they're going to be looking at it like this, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. All right, I hope everybody is doing well. I am so happy to see sunshine coming back. Everybody, I hope, is getting out and getting their vitamin D3 to build up their immune systems. And, you know, that is the one best thing that we can do to keep from getting flu and all that stuff, right? Because that's why we get sick in the fall and winter, because we're not getting that D3. It is powerful stuff, man. All right. Now, on here, I need to put... Oh, yes, and be mindful and make sure you're cutting your DSP in the right direction. Honestly, that was why I had a couple of pieces left over. No big deal. I can make cards out of them. Not a problem. They'll just be vertical instead of horizontal, right? But, yeah. Oh, we had a wonderful, wonderful Easter Sunday. I hope you did too. We actually had a breakfast at church, and that doesn't normally happen. Now, on Wednesday nights, we have something that is called Wednesday Night Live, and we get together and we have a meal before Bible study. But, yeah, we had a breakfast. Oh, there were several people who did different breakfast casseroles. I mean, I'm starving just thinking about it. All kinds of fresh fruit and bacon and sausage and eggs and biscuits and gravy. And I was pleasantly surprised that there were some things there that I could eat. Some of the breakfast casseroles didn't have wheat in them, and so I was able to eat a little bit of that. And, of course, the bacon and sausage didn't have wheat in it. And on this, yep, guys, if you're not aware, if you haven't heard yet, if you've missed my video, we are losing the rectangle stitched dies. we're losing them. They're not going to leave my craft room because they have saved me so many times when I couldn't find the right punch or the right kind of die cut. They have just saved me time and time again. And I'm going to center that on this strip here. And when I say center, from side to side and hit it about in the middle of where that strip is. And being mindful to just put glue on the top. Now, what I will suggest, depending on what kind of cardstock you use, you might elect to double die cut this and glue it together so that it gives you a little more something something. And I don't even have any bling out here or anything to put on my cards that I even think to do that. Why, no. So, here we go, guys. Like I said, this was going to be really short. Here was my original sample. And, of course, I'm prejudiced toward color and contour set that I did this with. Love that set. But you use whatever DSP you have. You use whatever stamp sets you have and whatever sentiments you have, because it's all good. We're just trying to make it a little easier, have you something that's super easy but yet just a little bit different. And of course, you're going to cut your inside layers a little better than I did, because you don't want this at 5 1/4 going across. You want it at 5 3/8, so it will perfectly match the length of these. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my goodness, I have been so nervous about hurrying up and getting this done. And of course, you know, there's laundry and cleaning bathrooms and all that good fun stuff, right? Okay, so they look totally different, but we did the exact same thing, used the exact same paper, and used the exact same sentiments. Wasn't that awesome? All right, guys. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the little flowers that I stamped down here, they obviously are not in the Inspired Thoughts. I took that from Playing in the Rain. See that little bouquet right there? And I love it when they give us little stamps like that. When you get your catalog, if you have already got it, then you may or may not know this. I made a note about it. Can I find my note? Oh, of course not. I've slept since then. When you get your catalog, one of the sweets in it is called Zany Zoo. And some of the demonstrators are already showing that sweet. What I have not heard anybody say is that the price in the catalog is too high. They actually put a price in there that is more than what you are actually going to spend on that bundle if you get the stamp set and the dies. So, yeah. And I do believe with that set, there is DSP. Like, you can buy a whole suite with the DSP and some ribbon, blah, blah, blah. It's been a hot minute since I looked at it. I still haven't had time to really dig into my catalog. And I will tell you, we have got some amazing standalone dies coming. So, I'm really excited for this new catalog. I hope you are too. But anyway, until we meet again, guys, one more time. Here is the dimensions, except, did I put in here how to cut your inside pieces? No. All right. Card class still going. Use that host code. If you don't, I will assume that you don't want the kits, okay? I actually did have a customer reach out to me the other day, and she said, I forgot the host code. No problem. I went ahead and took care of her, and I'll take care of you. However, I won't be able to make a habit of that. But right now, you know, if you put in an order of $35 before tax or shipping, you will get all 6 card kits. If you missed that video, hop back to last Saturday and view that card class to go. And we did use vellum. Some people are really afraid of the vellum. Please don't be. I showed you exactly how to glue it down so that it would be invisible. And really pretty cards. Really, really pretty. All right, guys, till we meet again, do be safe. Do be blessed. Know that you're loved. God is good all the time. Bye.